Hello YouTube, N64 here, I'm back. Thanks for tuning in again as always, it's very much appreciated. Big pickup, you've probably seen by the thumbnail, so you know what's in here. But yeah, I just sort of go into why I purchased this. Basically, I was going through some stuff in the loft and noticed I had a bit more stuff than I would have liked to have had. My wife pointed it out initially, and then I went up and had a look. And it just got the cogs in my head turning. I thought, what don't I need? And I thought, I've got a PS3 and it's boxed, but I don't need the box. It's just one console that I didn't own back in the day. I'm not that fussed if I got the box or not. So the PS3 box that I had is just sat in the box that it came in. And I just thought, that's something I can get rid of. I can get rid of that PS3, get rid of the box. And yeah, in doing so, I thought I can get another PS3, one that looks nicer as a console aesthetically, but I'll just get an unboxed one. So I thought I'd go for the red one. I thought they looked really nice. And yeah, I did a CEX roulette. I thought, there was only one in stock at the time in Bury store. Yeah, I tell you what, it was not a full-on roulette. I sort of went onto the CEX watch group on Facebook and said, is anyone near this store? Somebody said, yeah, I'm going down tomorrow. And they said they'd have a look at it for me. It was in the window. They took a photo of the console. It weren't the best picture in the world, but they said the console looked really nice. They couldn't see the controllers. So I thought, you know what, I'll have a roulette. I'll have a go at it. 180 quid, so not cheap, but it comes with 2 controllers. So yeah, let's have a look at what arrived then. Here we have it, a red PS3 Slim, 320 gigabytes, I believe. So it was actually an upgrade for me. I think the hard drive on the black one that I had is 120. So an extra 200 gigabyte hard drive. And it just looks absolutely stunning. And this has not got a mark on it really in terms of scratches. I think there's a slight blemish in the red there, but you can only see it in certain light. But other than that, ones I was seeing on eBay was had all scratches across there, which this hasn't got. It's absolutely fantastic condition. So, okay, you might pay a little bit more, 180, than what you potentially would on eBay. But for this condition, really happy. It comes with a 5-year warranty, don't forget. So you can't really go wrong with that from CEX. So absolutely delighted with this. And then I should be able to recoup some for my boxed black Slim. I'll show you that in a minute. But yeah, I'm really happy with this. So, as condition goes, it's as good as you're going to get. You're always a bit skeptical when you're buying an unboxed console. You think, oh no, it's probably not as been well looked after as a boxed console. You just expect the worst. You think the controller is going to be well used. But let's get on to those then. Both controllers, to my delight, hardly used, absolutely fantastic condition. I'll put a bit of overlay on so you can see the quality of them. I had to give them a bit of a wipe down. They're a little bit dusty, but other than that, I've tested them, fully tested, and they both work, and they're both really good condition. Super happy with these. It couldn't have gone any better for me. I honestly couldn't ask for better. I was expecting to have to swap thumbsticks around, have some wear on the controllers, but absolutely super happy with these. It's as good as condition as you're going to get. Yeah, so super happy with the controllers, super happy with the console. Great times. It obviously comes with the cables as well, but I'm not sure if these are official or not, so I'll just sell these on with my console. So yeah, let's just have a look at what I'm selling then. So I'll be selling my black PS3 Slim. It's only 120 gigabytes. I've not owned it that long, to be honest, but yeah, I just think the red one looks nicer when you compare them. Yeah, it's no brainer, isn't it? Really, this one looks nicer. So yeah, I got this, and actually both controllers that I've got are really good condition, so I should hopefully get a decent price for this. Somewhere between 100 and 120 maybe for everything. I don't know exactly. I'm not going to trade it into CEX. I'm obviously going to sell it myself and try and get the most money I can. But yeah, super good condition as well, so should do all right. And it has the box, it has all the contents, and this has got the original purchase receipt from Game from about 2007 actually. I was absolutely stoked when I was going through the paperwork when I bought this box and to find the original receipt from Game. But it's just one of these things, you've got to declutter sometimes and think, what do I need in my collection? And I'm happy having a really nice red loose PS3 console that's set up in the game room, and then nothing in the loft concerned with the PS3 then. It's just, this has been sort of freed up in space. And yeah, okay, I've spent a little bit more money, but I should at least get back what I paid for all of this. I don't mind pumping a little bit more money into my PS3 to have a really nice aesthetically looking one. I've been quite keen on picking up the PS3 Essentials range games, and those PS3 Essentials red spine games, it felt appropriate to have a nice red console as well. It just all looks really good together in my opinion. And it's one of those really nice looking consoles which you can't really say too much about. I mean, look at how ugly the PS5 is in comparison. and it's a no-brainer really. So yeah, really happy with that. I will just add that I've picked up a few more PS3 Essentials games, and yeah, they are Gran Turismo 5. Really happy with this one. I took a punt on eBay. It was one of them sellers where they only have a stock photo, but they had the stock photo of the Essentials version. I got it for about £7 delivered, I believe, and that's really good. Like these sort of, some of these more uncommon games when they're in the Essentials range, when people come across them, I try and ask for a premium for them, and you know, it can be hard to pick these up. They're not easy to come by. I think I saw one of these on Vinted for about £30. I was like, well, I'm certainly not going to pay that. Bearing in mind how cheap it is in CX for a standard copy or an Essentials copy if you're lucky, you have to try and pick them up on the cheaper side if you can, but it's getting more difficult. I am noticing that more people are collecting these now. It's got the manual and the disc is in my PS3. And so yeah, that was the first game. Really happy with that. The next was God of War Collection Volume 2 HD. I'm not sure why. There's a Volume 1 and then a Volume 2, and they look like the same games. I don't know if this is just in HD, but this copy is a lot more expensive. I think it goes for just over 60 quid in CEX. I got it for 40 on eBay from cash converters, from a crap converters, and yeah, it's like new. The disc is unused pretty much, and the manual's all there. And I was just thought, you know, some of these rarer games, they're going to go up in value. PS3 is becoming really collectible, really sought after at the moment. I've never actually played a God of War game. It is my intention to go and play some of these games, but yeah, it's just about finding the time. The backlog is huge, but yeah, I've heard such good things about the God of War games, and I do really want to go and give them a go at some point. And then it's just some cheap fodder. So I saw this in my local CEX, Uncharted Drake's Fortune. I haven't got them all remastered on the PS4, so for £1.50, I wasn't going to leave an Essentials game in this sort of really nice condition behind. Going back to what I was saying about the Essentials games, it can probably be sold for a bit more than £1.50 given the condition, and it's just not as common in the Essentials range. So yeah, I mean, it's not something I'm looking to sell. It can just go on the shelf with the others, and it looks nice and displays nice. So yeah, really happy with that one for that price. Another cheap one, Heavy Rain Move Edition. Yeah, it's another only on PlayStation 1 as well. £1.50. Again, fully complete, all with the right discs, which is essential, no pun intended. But yeah, it's part of the PlayStation Move. I'm not really sure what that's about, but any comments on any of these games, let me know. I was kind of out of touch with gaming for this era. I was just literally playing Black Ops Online and Pro Evolution Soccer, so all these sort of games, they went over me. I was also a 360 guy, even though I wanted a PlayStation. I was kind of coerced into getting an Xbox because all my mates were getting an Xbox, so I went for the 360, but my heart would have gone with the PS3 if I could have. But yeah. So I'm just enjoying playing the PS3 now and playing some of the games and collecting some of the games. They're just nice to have, you know. And the last one was Infamous 2. It's a bit more expensive, £8. But again, I think this was local CX Worcester. And it's in fully complete condition with the right disc again. And yeah, they're just becoming a little bit harder to find now. Some of the more uncommon Essentials games, they're becoming a little bit harder to come by now. I think people are starting to collect these a little bit more. And whenever you do see them in CEX, it's normally the same old ones. It's harder to find new ones, if you know what I mean. I mean, of course, it's getting a little bit harder to find ones that I don't have because I've got about 35 of these now, and I'm not sure how many there are in total. But obviously, the more you get, the more when you do see them, you're going to have them already. But I also think there's something else at play here. I think people are collecting these, so they are a little bit harder to come by than perhaps what they were a year or two ago, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, another one into the collection. Not too expensive, and one that I can have a go on the nice red PS3 at some point. So yeah, just a shorter one today to go through this awesome red PS3 that I've added. I think it looks lovely, honestly. It looks great. I'm so happy with this. And, you know, when a CEX roulette goes for you, it really can go for you. And, you know, people say a lot of bad things about CEX. I could have put vouchers towards this and it would have cost less than what I actually forked out. And it's just, when you get a result like this, you realise CEX is a really good place. And obviously, we all wish that every pickup from CEX, every roulette was like this. Unfortunately, it's not always the case. But when it goes for you, it does go for you, and it is really nice, you know, when you win like this. So yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this one, guys. If you got any comments on any of the games, or let me know what you think of this red PS3. Do you like it? Do you not? Let me know. If you're new to the channel or you're not yet subscribed, please consider doing so. I'm trying to build this place up. I'm obviously doing all the N64 stuff as well, but I also do pickups. I'm finally going to IKEA on Wednesday to get the Billy bookcase to do the game room changes, and I'm going to go on a CEX hunt, go to a couple of CEXs as well. So I'll bring you along with me for that, and that'll be dropping hopefully next Thursday, the video for that. If you enjoyed the video, please whack a thumbs up. Thanks for watching, everyone, and I'll see you on the next one. caused that.